Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member Lipinski, and members of this subcommittee, the University of California, San Francisco is widely recognized as a leader in the health sciences and as the birthplace of biotechnology. I'm here today to testify on my own behalf and would like to thank you for the opportunity to appear before you to discuss the important issue of commercializing federally funded research. I'm a molecular biologist by training and as a prior co-founder of a venture-backed software company, an entrepreneur. At UCSF, I lead a team responsible for streamlining the creation of public-private research partnerships, licensing technologies for commercialization, and education of budding life science entrepreneurs. Federal funding, the lifeblood of basic research, is essential for the development of groundbreaking discoveries. The challenge is commercializing these discoveries for public benefit, especially in capital-intensive fields such as the life sciences. My testimony today on expanding the use of STTR funds to support innovative approaches to increase the commercialization of federally funded research is focused on 3 points specifically related to life science discoveries. First, venture capital, one of the historic mainstays for advancing life science discoveries through proof of concept, has fallen sharply as investors have shifted capital to lower risk opportunities. Early-stage life science ventures are struggling to fund proof of concept, which is a critical value inflection point required to attract investment today. Some estimates suggest that the number of venture firms investing in life sciences has fallen as much as 2/3 in the last 5 years. In essence, a shortage of early-stage, pre-proof of concept funding is impeding the commercialization of federally funded research. My second point, it is reasonable and appropriate for the federal government to play a role in funding proof of concept research at universities, research institutes, and national labs, given the requirement today for proof of concept to attract investment. The gap between development of an intriguing yet unproven discovery and the investment to commercialize that discovery is characterized as the valley of death. The virtual disappearance of pre-proof of concept venture financing and the lack of sufficient programs to fund proof of concept research make crossing the valley virtually impossible for countless technologies. Take, for example, a team of investigators from UCSF, the Cleveland Clinic, Vanderbilt University, and the University of Michigan who invented an implantable artificial kidney device with the potential to improve the health and well-being of individuals suffering from kidney failure and to reduce the estimated $41 billion spent annually in the U.S. on this disease. Despite receiving numerous awards based on promising results, having substantial interest from potential corporate partners, and being selected by the FDA as one of 3 projects for a pilot program to fast-track the development of breakthrough medical devices, investors have been reluctant to provide funding without proof of concept in large animals. Simply stated, a new model to attract private investment to once again fuel the commercialization of early-stage discoveries is required. The federal government could play a role in this model. It could help bridge the gap. Finally, I'd like to enthusiastically express support for the draft legislation to expand the use of STTR funds to support innovative approaches that increase the commercialization of federally funded research. Grant programs created under the Act could address the crucial need for proof of concept funding, as well as the need for experiential training in commercialization. For example, I'd welcome expansion of the NSF Innovation Corps program to additional agencies, and the inclusion of phased proof-of-concept funding programs administered by universities, research institutes, and national labs to validate and advance a broader array of federally funded discoveries. I support including requirements for the collection and analysis of programmatic data to identify best practices. Those steps should be taken to ensure that such requirements are not an impediment to participation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member Lipinski, and members of this subcommittee for the opportunity to discuss this important issue. I look forward to answering your questions.